Music Theory 1, Part 2 by Odessa Balan. Expanding on what you already know. In the first video in this series, you learned about some of the different types of notes used in the pieces you play. You also learned about some of the different time signatures and clefs. Now it's time to expand your knowledge of the music you play in your instrument lessons. The mathematical formula for major. In part 1 of this music theory series, we talked about the mathematical formula for major. In order for a scale to sound major, the letter names need to be organized in a specific order of whole steps and half steps. This keyboard shows the C major scale. W equals whole step and H equals half step. And it sounds like this. Notice the half steps occur between note numbers 3 and 4 and 7 and 8. The circle of fifths. Major keys are organized into a circle of fifths. This means that we order the major sharp keys from 0 sharps to 7 sharps. It is a circle of fifths because the fifth note of the current scale is the first note of the next scale in line and the name of the next key. We start with C major with 0 sharps. The fifth note of the C major scale is G, which is the name of the next key, G major. But why do we need to add sharps at all? What is the point of adding sharps in a scale? The answer is because of the mathematical formula for major. We need the half steps to occur between notes 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 like this. When we begin a scale on the note C, the half steps automatically occur on the natural notes in the right spots. But when we begin a scale on any note other than C, we need to alter some notes to keep the mathematical formula if we want the scale to sound major, as in G major. In the G major scale, there would not be a half step between notes 7 and 8 without the added F sharp, and it would sound like this. So as you can see, we need that F sharp to make that half step between 7 and 8. The circle of fifths for major sharp keys. The major sharp key signatures are put in order from 0 sharps to 7 sharps. It is a circle because it starts with C major with 0 sharps and ends with C sharp major with 7 sharps. C major has 0 sharps, G major has 1 sharp, D major has 2 sharps, A major has 3 sharps, E major has 4 sharps, B major has 5 sharps, F sharp major has 6 sharps, and C sharp major has 7 sharps. Pop quiz. Please pause the video to see if you can answer these questions correctly. Don't worry, the answers are on the next slide. How did you do? Did you get all the answers right? The order of the sharp key signatures. We start with 0 sharps in C major. G is the fifth note of C major and is the next key signature with 1 sharp, F sharp. D is the fifth note of G major and is the next key signature with two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. A is the fifth note of D major and is the next key with three sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. E is the fifth note of A major and is the next key with four sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. B is the fifth note of E major and is the next key with five sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. We left off with B major with five sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. F sharp is the fifth note of B major and is the next key with six sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. C sharp is the fifth note of F sharp major and is the next key with seven sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. In C sharp major, all of the notes are sharp. We have come around the circle from C major with 0 sharps to C sharp major with every note sharp. 7 sharps. Sharp key signatures in each clef. This is how sharp key signatures are written in each clef: treble clef, alto clef, and bass clef. Please take this time to pause the video and practice writing each key signature in each clef. Pop quiz. Please pause the video to see if you can answer these questions correctly. Don't worry, the answers are on the next slide. How did you do? Did you get all the answers right? The circle of fourths for major flat keys. The major flat keys are put in order from 0 flats to 7 flats. It is a circle of fourths because it starts with C major, 0 flats, and ends with C flat major, 7 flats. And the fourth note of each scale is the name of the next scale in line. C major has 0 flats. F major has 1 flat. B flat major has 2 flats. E flat major has 3 flats. A flat major has 4 flats. D flat major has 5 flats. G flat major has 6 flats, and C flat major has 7 flats. The order of the flat key signatures. We start with 0 flats in C major. F is the fourth note of C major and is the next key signature with 1 flat, B flat. B flat is the fourth note of F major and is the next key signature with 2 flats, B flat and E flat. E flat is the fourth note of B flat major and is the next key signature with 3 flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat. A flat is the fourth note of E flat major and is the next key signature with 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. D flat is the fourth note of A flat major and is the next key signature with 5 flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. G flat is the fourth note of D flat major and is the next key signature with 6 flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. C flat is the fourth note of G flat major and is the final flat key signature with 7 flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. In C flat major, all the notes are flat. We have come around the circle from C major with 0 flats to C flat major with every note flat, 7 flats. This is how the flat key signatures are written in each clef: treble, alto, and bass clef. Please take the time to pause the video and practice writing each key signature. Pop quiz. Please pause the video to see if you can answer these questions correctly. Don't worry, the answers are on the next slide. How did you do? Did you get all the answers right? How the order of sharps and flats are related. It is interesting to discover that the order of sharps is the order of flats backwards. One way to make it easier to remember the order of both is to create a silly saying that works both ways. For sharps, we have fat cows get donuts after eating breakfast, and that works backwards for flats, which is breakfast eating after donuts gets cows fat. Tricks for identifying key signatures. One easy way to identify a sharp key signature when you see it in your piece is to know that 1/2 step above the last sharp is the name of the key. So when we see the sharps F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp, we just have to go 1/2 step above D sharp to know that it's E major. One easy way to identify a flat key signature is to know that the second to last flat is the name of the key. So when we have flats B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat, A flat is the second to last flat, and that is the name of our key. Remembering the order of key signatures. The order of major sharp keys is the order of major flat keys backwards. Sharp keys are C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, and C sharp. Flat keys are C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. One way to remember the order is to make a silly saying that works forwards and backwards. For example, sharp keys are classic goes dazzling and effortless becomes fabulously cool. Flat keys are cool fabulously becomes effortless and dazzling goes classic. Please review what we learned. Key signatures are the most important part of every piece. This is because key signatures tell us what notes will be used in a song or piece of music. Understanding key signatures can help to avoid playing wrong notes when learning a song or piece of music. For example, what key is this piece in? Notice the 2 sharps listed at the beginning, F sharp and C sharp. Therefore, this piece is in D major. Thank you for viewing. Feel free to go back in this video to review what you learned. Stay tuned for more theory with Odessa.